I'd like to start with actually your title, CEO and Chief Behavior Expert. That's a very interesting title. I'm curious about that and a little bit about your background and how you got to this line of business you're in now.
It's crazily how I got into this business. Let me answer that, and the title answer will come from that. About 16 years ago, roughly 16 years now, going up to be 17, I essentially started my first job out of grad school. And I was in Minneapolis that time, and I was working for one of the largest bank in the US. And my first day of the job, I was so pumped up, right? I just got my master's in applied economics. I'm a big believer of data. I was fortunate to start when the wave was starting about data analytics and all this different kind of KPIs and all these oracles and Sybase and all these really cool visualization tools were coming up, or reporting tools as they used to be called at that time. And I got into my first job, first day, and I'm so pumped up. And my manager says, "Hey, Abhishek, go and talk to Rodney. Rodney is our collection manager and he needs help with analytics." And I was like, yes, there I go. And I go and knock the door of Rodney. He's just right across the corner in the same floor. I knock the door and Rodney looks at me like, "You seem like a new kid out here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just joined today. I'm just fresh out of university and my boss then sent me over to you." I'm like, "Why?" And he was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because he said that you have some analytics job that we can help you with, and that will help you collect more money or something." And he's like, "Get out of my office." He did not even offer to give me a chair or stand or something. Like, "Just get out of my office and close my door on your way out, please." And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I was completely, I don't know, surprised or completely sad, or my big Eiffel Tower of like, I would do so much good, just crashed, right? And
Yeah.
I had no words at that time. And I never thought that one experience was going to shape Dasceq, actually.
Yeah.
And what happened is that I thought about it. I went to my manager, and he said, "Hey, Rodney has been hard and it's been difficult and he doesn't like to work with us." And I'm like, "Then why are you sending me? Why I need to be the chicken in the story, Why I need to be the scapegoat out here? I'm the goat right now and I'm ready." And he's like, he has given me up already. It's my first day. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. And I don't know what to think. And the next thing I did is I walked up to Rodney's office and I said, "I understand there's a lot of background and past out here, but I am new and I would love to take this opportunity to work with you and help you in any way." And he's like, "Abhishek, since you are the first one who came back second time and third time and fourth time to me, I will offer you this. Why don't you sit with my collectors for 1 week and see what they do? Before you come up and give me advices and data and all that stuff, why don't you understand what we do?" And that was my first lesson of life in analytics. Like, you need to listen and understand others before you want to be understood.
Yeah.
And this is a classic data science problem. Most data science think that they are the Wizard of Oz out here. Like they know everything, but unfortunately we don't. And that was my kind of the stint. And I went in and did my, there's a saying that you have to pay your dues before you get to before people hear you, right? So I went in and paid my dues, and I sat with them for 7 days and understood a ton load about collections and their problems and processes and all the different things.
Yeah.
And then Rodney gave me 1 or 2 problems to solve, and I got going. And from there, I have worked on 100+ collection projects, a lot of them with a lot of large banks, and then a lot of large companies as consultant as PwC, as I worked with these companies myself directly. So I've been fortunate to work for top 10 financial services, Fortune 10 financial services companies, and few top 5 fintech companies in my career. And one thing that I consistently saw was there is a gap in collections. There is a opportunity to put more analytics, put more AI, put more machine learning. And when things were coming together for AI machine learning, I thought, instead of making solutions for different companies, I can create a product that can really help all the different collection shops. Yeah. So that's how I started Dasceq. My whole focus is to bring the next generation not just the technology. And that is where the behavior expert comes in, because collection is a very high touch sport. You cannot say that I would not get my hands dirty. And in this case, hands dirty means I would not talk to a consumer.
Yeah.
Right. There are pieces of technology that can be helpful, but technology is only going to do so much.
Right.
And that's where I thought that I became, over the period of working with collections and other projects, really the core of any product is how much do you understand a consumer.
Yeah.
And what we have done at Dasceq is we look at consumers from different aspects. We have started deep research that brings behaviorists, consumer economists, behaviorists that are going deeper and understanding why a person is not picking up the phone, what is going on with the digital world, what is going on with our compliance, what is going on with technology, right? And we bring all of that together. So I don't, and that's the reason I like to call myself a consumer behaviorist expert, because I like to understand behaviors and bring together a solution. And we have multiple blueprints that we work with our clients to. Technology is just part of it, but how do you engage with the consumer to make sure that we deliver the results? Yeah. We like to call ourselves, we help collectors solve the deepest problems in collection. We help collect from the deepest. We help collectors collect from the most difficult consumers.
Yeah.
So we are not just an AI company.
Yeah, I really love the story, your trial by fire story. You know, the one where,
yes,
like you say, you know, you can't really help someone solve a problem until you understand how the problem got to be there in the first place. There's usually a good reason, you know, and you have to know why it exists. So, I mean, what a great way to learn.